Kevin, it's a defeat today at the Sea Stadium against AFC Fylde. A strong second half from the visitors. You led 1-0 at half time, and it had been a good effort to nullify a lot of what Fylde brought in that first half, but I don't know, just got the sense you ran out of steam a little bit in that second half.
Possibly. It's a great start. Remy's really bright, finished the moment really well and put Fylde on the back foot, which was, you need to try and do. And as we identified, I saw them on Tuesday at Darlington, and they're a very good side, good players that can manage the ball, all comfortable with the ball at the feet, and we knew that was going to be the case today, and had to try and pick our moments. And we've been, really organised through the course of the first half and largely through the game. But they've got good players in their group that come up with some. There's a couple of terrific strikes there that Josh hasn't really got a lot of chance with. No lack of effort and little bits of quality that we needed to go and find to try and move the game away from Fylde at certain times. But, certainly towards the end of the first half, we've had sort of half chances. We need one of those to really go in for us. And in the second half, when it started to open up, but fully respectful of Fylde, they're a terrific side, they're full time, and you could see the brightness that they had about them, and players that could come up with big moments and big goals like they needed. Pleases me that we didn't get played through. I felt we looked really organised and we are making progress. It's a bit of a knockback to everybody because a lot of effort gone into that game today, and you could argue the case that we could have taken something from the game, but look, it's not to be. We take a learning from it and move on to next week.
Sure. Does it make it? It doesn't make it easier because you don't like losing games of football. We know that from the regularity with which we speak to you. But given the respective difference between the sides and the way they're able to prepare and the way they're able to approach the game, does that make it a little bit easier to move past this one and look ahead?
I guess in a certain way, you've got to try to keep everything in perspective and understand that. I understand they've had a game and a tough game and a defeat on Tuesday, which again is probably not the ideal scenario mentally for us to be playing against. They want to show a reaction, and I think they largely did. They've had a lot of possession pretty much throughout the game, but possession doesn't always win you football matches. And we've, like I say, largely we've nullified that and haven't looked in too much danger. I think Josh has made one save in the first half. We've had some sort of half-chance moments that, as I say, if we could have converted another one and started to try to take the game away from them, then clearly the outcome can potentially be a little bit different. But you have to give Fylde credit. They keep going, they keep doing the right things. As we say, they've got players in there that have got that little bit of quality and maybe that little X factor that I think we will have in time. But right here, right now, they are the players that are doing it, and the luxury of being full time and being able to train and rest at the right times is without doubt an advantage. But yeah, look, we take this one on the chin and we move forward to next week.
Sure. I mean, in some senses, and we can't talk about resources necessarily because that's a much bigger conversation, but does the way Fylde go about things actually almost kind of a bit of a template for the way you want your team to be, that reliability and that sticking to the plan and getting a reward?
Yeah, I think absolutely that. They kept doing the right things, and I don't think they panicked. It's a couple of fantastic, maybe 3 good goals you'd have to take your hat off and say, and certainly from their point of view, you would look at them and say they were, the first one, the crossfield pass, then the ball into the box was terrific and a lad on the end of it, and then the 2 other strikes. If you're, if that's your team doing those sort of things, you've got to be, really pleased with it. We haven't quite found one of those moments at the right time. Hence, we don't come out with anything from the game.
Sure. As you say, you have to move forward, and you do move forward to FA Cup 4th qualifying round game next week against Darlington. We know about the travelling to Darlington. It's not going to move any closer between now and then, so it's just one of those things that you have to get on with. It is exciting for the supporters, and I dare say it probably is quite exciting for the players to be involved in as well, but you've got to try and make sure that focus doesn't move too far away from what you do in the league, because that's the bread and butter, isn't it?
It is absolutely that. You know, the league is the most important competition that we're in, and like I say, you know, we hopefully we can go there and give a decent account of ourselves. But yeah, you know, then we knuckle down to league duty thereafter, and making sure that we are, like I say, getting over today and learning from today, and you know, trying to move ourselves forward, and players, you know, keep striving to be the best that they can be. And we've got lots in the group that want to be, and you know, are trying to be exactly that. So yeah, as I've said, you know, we're disappointed to lose the games. You know, I always am, but you know, there's plenty to be hopeful about and look forward to, and yeah, you know, hopefully the lads can get over today, and you know, we can get on the front foot next week.
Kevin, thank you for your time as always.
Thank you.